Hey guys, this is Divya and I'm back with another episode of Personalities. Today we are going to talk about a very famous personality. You all know him, Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. So it's his birthday and Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, he is an Indian former cricketer, international cricketer. He captained Indian national team. He is regarded as one of the greatest batsmen in the history of India. So he took up cricket at the age of 11. He made his test debut on 15th November 1989 against Pakistan in Karachi at the age of 16, and he went on to represent Mumbai domestically and India internationally for close to 24 centuries. Now we'll know about his early years. So Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, he was born at Nirmal Nursing Home in Dadar, Mumbai on 24th April, as I mentioned, 1973. And his father was Ramesh Tendulkar. He was a well-known Marathi novelist and poet, and his mother Rajni, she worked in an insurance industry. Now, early domestic career. On 14th November 1987, the 14-year-old Sachin Tendulkar was selected to represent Bombay in the Ranji Trophy, India's premier domestic first-class cricket tournament for the 1987 to 88. However, he was not selected for the final 11 in any of the matches, but he was considered as he was often used as substitute player, and he finally made his debut in Wankhede Stadium and he scored 100 not out in that match, and this debut was made on 11 December 1988 at the age of 15, right? And then he was the youngest Indian to score a century on debut in the first class cricket. Then he was selected to play for the team by then Bombay captain Dilip Wangsarkar. And after watching him easily play the best fast bowler at that time, Kapil Dev, in Wankhede Stadium, and he followed this by scoring a century in his first Deodhar and Dilip trophies, which are also Indian domestic tournaments. Sachin Tendulkar finished the 1988 to 99 Ranji Trophy as Bombay's highest run scorer. He scored 583 runs at an average of 67.77 and was 8th highest run scorer overall. In 1995 to 1996 Irani Trophy, he captained Mumbai and against rest of India team. He also made an unbeaten century in Irani Trophy match against Delhi at the start of the 1989 to 1990 season. He was playing for the rest of India. So Sachin was picked for a young India team to tour England twice under the Star Cricket Club banner in 1988 to 89. In the famous 1990-91 Ranji Trophy final, in which Haryana defeated Bombay by 2 runs after leading in the first innings, Tendulkar's 96 from 75 balls was a key to giving Bombay a chance to victory as it attempted to chase 355 from only 70 overs on the final day. In the final of 1995 Ranji Trophy, Sachin Tendulkar scored 140 and 139 versus Punjab at Wankhede playing as a captain, and against Hyderabad 53 128 in 2000 and 105 43 against Bengal in 2007. So these are some of the innings at the Ranji Trophy at Wankhede Stadium. So his double century was for actually India in Mumbai while playing against the Australian team at Brabourne Stadium in 1998. He is the only player to score a century on debut in all 3 of his domestic first class tournaments, Ranji, Irani and Dilip trophies. Another double century was an innings of 233 against Tamil Nadu in the semi-finals of 2000 Ranji Trophy, which he regards as one of the best innings of his career. He was part of 5 Ranji Trophy finals in which Mumbai won 4. Now Yorkshire. In 1992, at the age of 19, Tendulkar he became the first to represent Yorkshire, which prior to Tendulkar, first Indian to represent Yorkshire, which prior to him joining the team never selected players even from outside Yorkshire. So he was selected for Yorkshire as a replacement for the injured Australian fast bowler Craig McDormand. So he played 16 first class matches for the country and scored 1070 runs at an average of 46.52. Now his international career. So Raja Singh Dungarpur, he is credited for the selection of Sachin Tendulkar for the Indian tour of Pakistan in late 1988-89 after one of the first class session. The Indian selection committee had shown interest in selecting Tendulkar for the tour of West Indies held earlier that year, but eventually did not select him as they did not want him to be exposed to the dominant fast bowlers of the West Indies so early in his career. So he made his test debut against, as I mentioned earlier, Pakistan in Karachi in November 1989, and he was 16 at that time, and he made 15 runs, and he was bowled by Waqar Younis, who also made his debut in that match, and he was noted for how he handled numerous blows to his body at the hand of the pace bowler, Pakistani bowler Waqar Younis. He was in the Sialkot. He was hit on the nose by a bouncer bowled by Younis, but he declined medical assistance and continued to bat even as blood gushed from it. Now, in a 20-over exhibition game in Peshawar, right, he made 53 runs of 18 balls, including an over in which he scored 27 runs. Off leg, and the bowler was Abdul Qadir. This was called one of the best innings I have seen by the Indian captain K. Srikanth. In all, he scored 215 runs at an average of 35.83 in the Test series and was dismissed without scoring a run in the only one day he played. So he looked the embodiment of India's famous opener Gavaskar, and indeed was a pair of his pad, while he displayed a full repertoire of strokes in compiling his maiden Test 100. Most remarkable were his offside shots from the back foot. Though only 5 feet 5 inch tall, he was still able to control without difficulty short deliveries from the English pacemen, who are very tall. Now his rise through the ranks. So his performance through the years from 1994 to 1999 coincided with his physical peak in his early 20s. He opened the batting at Auckland, which is in New Zealand, in 1994, and he made 82 runs of 49 balls. He scored his first one-day century on 9 September 1994 against Australia in Sri Lanka at Colombo. And then it took him 78 one-days to score his first centuries. So his rise continued when he was the leading run scorer at 1996 World Cup, scoring 2 centuries. He was the only Indian batsman to perform well in the semi-finals against Sri Lanka. So he fell amid a batting collapse, and match referee Clive Lloyd awarded Sri Lanka the match after the crowd began rioting and throwing litter onto the field. So Tendulkar, he had 2 tenures as captain of the Indian cricket team, and which were not very successful. When he took over as captain in 1996, it was with huge hopes and expectations. However, by 1997, the team was performing poorly. Azharuddin was credited with saying, "Nahi jeetenge," and he won't win. It's not the small one's destiny. Now his 100th international century. Tendulkar scored his 100th international 100 on 16th March 2012 at Mirpur against Bangladesh in the Asia Cup. He became the first person in history to achieve this feat, which was also his first one-day 100 against Bangladesh. He said, "It's been a tough phase for me. I was not thinking about the milestone. The media started all this. Wherever I went, the restaurant room service, everyone was talking about the 100. Nobody talked about my 99 hundreds. It made mentally tough for me because nobody talked about my 99 hundreds. Despite his century, India failed to win the match against Bangladesh, losing by 5 wickets. Following poor performance in 2012 series against England, he announced his retirement from one-day internationals on 23rd December 2012, while noting that he will be available for Test cricket. After playing a T20 international in 2016, against South Africa, he said that he would not play the format again. He announced his retirement from IPL from his team Mumbai Indians, and he beat Chennai Super Kings by 23 runs at Eden Gardens, which is in Kolkata, at the IPL, and he retired from T20 cricket and limited overs cricket after playing the 2013 Champions League 2020 in September to October 2013 in India for Mumbai Indians. On 10th October 2013, he announced that he would retire from all form of the cricket after two test series against West Indies in November. At his request, BCCI arranged that two test matches to be played at Kolkata and Mumbai so that the farewell would happen at his home ground. He scored 74 runs in his last test innings against West Indies, thus falling short by 79 runs to complete 16,000 runs in test cricket. The next man to beat after him was the future captain Virat Kohli. Now his stint in IPL, he was made the icon player and captain for his home side Mumbai Indians in the inaugural IPL T20 competition in 2008. As an icon player, he was signed for a sum of, oh my god, it's huge, right? So and 50% more than the highest paid player in the team, Sanath Jayasuriya. So Sachin Tendulkar captained Mumbai Indians in 4 league matches of the second edition of the league, and he scored 68 in the first match and 48 against Guyana. But Mumbai Indians failed to qualify for semi-finals after losing the initial 2 matches, and Sachin Tendulkar scored 135 runs. So with this, we have come an end to this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Keep sharing and liking these videos.